how do you want to start this off?
Well, I think we should
Toast?
We should toast.
Is there something to toast about?
I don't know. Well, I was gonna say we could say your new job, but we can also just bleep
Correct.
that out.
Hey, to my new job.
To your new job.
Yeah, and today we're being sophisticated. We're being sophisticated, lads, and we're drinking wine instead of our normal alcoholic choice of beer. We figured why not? So we have some nice red wine
From your first anniversary.
Nope,
No, just...
completely different bottle of wine.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a wine that we have not tasted before. This is
Okay.
actually from a wedding that we went to recently.
Interesting.
So, so let's give it a good old slurp.
All right.
I fucking hate wine.
It's a lot better than I was expecting.
Oh, you like that?
I mean,
you wouldn't say like, but like you could tolerate it.
I could drink that.
Okay.
The problem with red wine is that you always have I feel like you have to be eating something with it.
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Well,
that's gonna be loud.
You don't mind. I know you don't like. Also, really happy that you're not using a koozie with that because you've done it before.
I forgot all about that. Yeah. I think I probably have that picture. I could probably send that to you. Actually, no, it might have already been sent to you in like text or something.
I can't remember if it was over Snap or if it was through text, but yeah, we could definitely pull that up.
Yeah, because I mean, and for people who don't look at Instagram, there was one point. I think I sent Andy a text message just saying, man, I'm really enjoying this wine that we're having tonight. And I put a wine glass in a beer koozie, and that's how I was holding it. And Andy's just like, I hate you. I hate everything you stand for. I hate everything.
Well, that's a really funny, funny thing to think about because I realized this late. Do you know what a koozie is used for?
To keep your drink cold?
Well, it's to protect your drink from your hand.
Oh, from the warmth of your hand.
Because your hand is warm.
Yeah, I mean, these fucking meat puppets are crazy.
I just thought that it was just something, because your drink is cold, you want to have something to hold on to, because that's warm.
No.
I had no idea.
No.
I had no idea that it was your own hand.
Yeah, that's what was keeping. I mean, it does get a little warm just over time, just sitting out. But yeah, your hand definitely warms that bad boy up so much. And the amount of people holding it for as long as they do, it's just, it's game over for your drink.
That's why you just got to drink it fast.
Absolutely. Which I'm trying my hardest not to just fucking sling this back.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what I do with wine. Mm-hmm. Anytime I got to drink wine, it's hey, do you want to try this? Ooh, I don't actually like that, and I just fucking.
We should have just brought the whole bottle in here.
Probably should have.
Yeah.
And just got destroyed before my roommate gets home. Because if I got destroyed on wine, she would be concerned. She would be.
No, she'd be concerned. Okay.
Yeah, she'd be concerned for sure. Because she'd be like, "Who died? What happened so much that you had to get destroyed on red wine?"
Really rough first day at work.
Yeah, exactly. Which it wasn't even that rough of a day. I actually thoroughly enjoyed myself today at my first day of my new job, and yeah, I did not think I was going to be celebrating it with red wine. I'll tell you that right now. A nice cold beer that would have been satisfying.
That would have made more sense. Yeah,
absolutely. Especially after what I've did all day, absolutely, that would have made right there peace. But yeah, no. I celebrated my last day yesterday with a nice thing of Chinese food, so that was actually rad.
I'm always craving Chinese food. I had Chinese food for the first time in Columbus recently, and it was okay. I've realized that Chinese places just refuse to advertise that they have orange chicken.
Yeah.
Like orange chicken is just my preferred. Like that's like what I always get.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's pretty, like, it's one of the basic meals you can get it, but like so is General So's and like all the rest of them.
Yeah, but even then, like, it's like American Chinese food.
Right.
I want the shit I can't pronounce. You know what I mean? There was one time I tried to actually order some Chinese food from somewhere in Columbus, and a friend of ours recommended it to me, Big O, and I said, okay, I'll order that, no problem. Went on their website to order. Their menu was in Chinese. I physically could not read it. And I was just like, they don't have what I want. And I sent her that message. I was like, yeah, they didn't have like broccoli and chicken. And she was like, that's false. They absolutely have
That's
that.
number 6.
Yeah, and I was like, their menu was in Chinese. I don't know. And she's like, you had to be on some weird website. I don't know what you were on, but I was like, I couldn't find it. So I just gave it up. But I did try it again later. I realized that they did indeed have English. It was just underneath of the
you just had to look a little harder.
Chinese writing. Yeah, that was on my bad. And it was very good Chinese food. But that's the one bad thing about living in a city like Columbus. It's not a bad thing. It's just a frustrating thing. There's so much that you have so much to choose from food-wise that a majority of it just sucks ass. Like, hands down, it sucks. Like, I'm not saying like any specific restaurant or anything or whatever, but like there's sometimes you order out food and you're like, all right, I'm ready for this, and it just blows dicks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't tell you how many Chinese food places we've gone to, and they've just sucked ass. Like, there was one place we got. What was it? I think we just got like vegetable lo mein, and it looked pale. I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. It looked just.
How low was the main?
It was low. It was very low. It was rough. Like, oh my god. Like we and it was also like in the middle of nowhere, plus like not quite the ghetto, but like getting there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
usually that means it's good.
You would think.
Yeah.
But in this case, no. Like, the gas station that was right across from it had like 18 alley cats running around. You know what I mean? So like we were like, oh, I don't know if this is good. Like, it just looked deserted. Mm-hmm. And it was
Are we sure this is the right place kind of thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Which, like, I have a really bad habit about that.
Of just like showing up somewhere and be like, this is it. This is good. We're okay.
Well, just that, and just I don't look at where I go and on like my GPS. You know what I mean? Like whenever I type in somewhere like, oh, I need to go to a Big Lots. What's the closest Big Lots to me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't look up what's the safest closest Big Lots to me. I just look up, hey, what Big Lots can I go to that's near me? And I'll go in, and I've gone into so many shady areas of Columbus that it's probably concerning to most.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
Well, I think for us, we don't really know. Like, you've lived here for longer than I have, but you don't know the areas.
Sorry, I'm not a big wine drinker. This would have to be an episode for people to watch.
Yeah, the reactions are pretty good. You've only been here for like a year longer than I have. I mean, considerable amount of time, but I feel like
I've almost been here for 2 years.
Yeah, I feel like we both have kind of. I don't know. I feel like if someone just says like we need to go over to the east side, like, okay, cool, but then like they're like, well, the east side, it's,
yeah.
It's not,
you have that area, and you're like, oh,
like,
okay,
is it the whole area or?
Yeah,
and I think, I mean, there is definitely like when you drive through it, you definitely are like, oh,
yeah,
this is the area.
Yeah, we've had to look at a few houses that were in some areas for sure, and I've Facebook marketplaced on a few areas
Yeah.
before too. Yeah, which I think we told that story, right? Of like me picking up a game from
Yeah.
from McDonald's. Yeah.
Well, and you were waiting and you kept thinking that like, oh, this is the person, and then
yeah.
the woman came out and was like, hey, is this for you?
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, holy shit, what in the world's going on? Yeah, that was interesting. Which Facebook Marketplace is just interesting. Which for whenever my roommate sells something on there, I always have to be the one to meet the person.
Of course.
Yeah, like
Well, because she doesn't want to get killed.
no, exactly. And I don't give a fuck. Like if someone looks shady and they're like, did you get my drying rack? Are you the guy selling the drying rack? I'm like, yeah, you got the $15. Like that's it. Like I'm just like, hey, you have a nice day. You want me to help you load that into your car, in your suspicious car? Sure, I'll do it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Is this something that just happened?
No, the last few people that I've met have been extremely nice. Yeah. The last person I met, I just had to put money underneath their doormat, so that was really cool. I just picked up the game from there, so that worked out pretty nicely for me. But no, I think the last time I had something like me going somewhere that I shouldn't have, not that I shouldn't have, because I'm sure some areas are okay. I had to go to the BMV, and which that also made me think of something. Remind me of just the BMV in general. But I just typed in BMV near me. That was mistake number one.
I feel like from what I've realized is BMVs or DMVs, depending on where you live.
That was what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so goddamn confused. I always thought it was DMV.
I always thought it was DMV too. And
Yeah.
then I moved to, I started to go to school with Kent, and people are saying BMV. I'm like, what the fuck is a BMV?
Yeah. Like, did they switch that shit?
I mean, back home, it's still DMV, but is it like back in PA?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still DMV.
What?
Because it's Department of Motor Vehicles.
Yeah, and then here it's Bureau.
Bureau.
It's stupid.
What the hell's a bureau?
No, exactly. Yeah. Like it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Choose one, get over it.
Bureau is a weird word.
Yeah. Would it make it better if there was an S at the end of it? It's a callback.
Yeah, that is a callback. not a long one, but a callback nonetheless.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm rough with wine. Like, yeah.
It's not that bad.
It's not.
You're so reactive over it.
There's something just so, I just react so gutturally to fucking wine. I don't know how to describe. Like, it just doesn't do it for my senses. Red wine, especially.
Well, yeah, because it has like no taste to it.
Well, I mean, I think red wine has a ton of taste.
It has a taste to it, but it's like I wish there was a way to describe it, because we are not the people to describe it.
Oh, no. God, no. Have you ever drank wine how you're supposed to?
Isn't it like you swirl it, or like, is this how you do it? Like, for those of you that are listening, I'm swirling the glass around.
Yeah. So what you need to do is you need to swirl it, which I don't know how much swirling actually helps. But then as you're taking a sip of it, you actually like you kind of drink it like that with like almost your teeth, and that way
like that kind of thing.
Yeah, and it sprays it in your mouth, and that's how you actually get the taste of it.
Okay, we're gonna
no, go ahead. Go ahead. Andy is swirling, lifting. Oh, don't spit it on my fucking floor. I got tan carpet in here.
I didn't. I covered my mouth. I didn't spit it.
Yeah.
But
Did you taste the flavor?
no.
What bullshit? What do you mean you didn't taste the flavor?
I need a test. I need to figure out, like,
gotta-
I might be doing things
you
wrong.
just gotta spray
I
it.
feel like, have you ever done that thing where you have like saliva in your mouth and then you?
That was most
Like-
common thing for most people to have saliva in their mouth.
Well, would you let me finish?
Oh, okay, sure, go ahead.
And you, instead of spitting it, you like spray it through your teeth like that, like the same exact way. It's like but you go like the opposite way. You blow.
I have no idea what you're on about.
I think it's called gleeking.
What?
Yeah. Do you have your phone?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I got my
Look
phone.
it up.
I don't want to look it up.
Just look up gleeking.
What if I look up gleeking in Columbus, Ohio? And is that going to give me something I want to look at?
What if I look up gleeking on Pornhub?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I say this feels like a category on Pornhub. What? You're
That
the
time
one.
it just went right down my throat.
Well, yeah, because you didn't.
Because I just had work done on my teeth,
Mm-hmm.
and my teeth are like extremely sensitive. So when I do that, like it brings air through,
Mm-hmm.
and the air is the worst thing. And you know, it really fucking sucks to get anything done on your teeth.
Yeah.
I've never had anything done on my teeth. I've never had a cavity, and I still will say that I have never had a cavity. But the reason I had to get work done is because I grind my teeth in my sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like I've ground it so hard that I've created a cavity. So I've never had a cavity from anything else other than my own self.
You know, I think.
And before, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Okay.
The numbing process, it was fantastic. I think were you reading like what I was saying in our group chat?
If it was today, no.
No, it was a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was a week ago. I can't remember. Time is relative.
Probably
Anyway,
not.
well, they put like a swab in your mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and it like numbs the area. So I had one here, and then I had one here. The dental assistant comes in. She puts it in my mouth.
Can you go into slow detail about that, Andy?
She put the small cotton swab against my lips. And I had my eyes closed, and I didn't know what was going on.
Oh.
And I started to feel like tingly, and like that it was like starting to
Sure you did.
get numb. And she said, we have to do this next one, your bottom gums too. Do you want to have numbing down there? Like, I mean, if I don't need it, then it's fine. And that's whenever I started to feel the numbing on the top. I'm like, fuck, do it to my whole mouth. This feels great. I don't care. Give me 6 more. And she comes back in and she's like, actually, we're gonna numb it for you. The dentist said we're just gonna do it. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is great. But they didn't numb it enough. So I would feel them grinding down my tooth.
Ooh.
And they were spraying air in there, and air is, like I said, worst thing for your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
But that, yeah, I've never had anything worked on whenever it comes to my teeth. So I was just like, this is really cool. I think I'd be fine with just like doing some surgery, like getting like numbed up and like just being high as shit. And then they started working on me, and I could feel every bit of it. I'm like, this is shit. This is awful. Like, they're working on this bottom tooth, and I'm like, please move to the next one. Please move to the next. I think you're done. I think you've done enough.
Yeah.
And then like the top, like the crown, it just feels like a Smartie, like the bottom part, or like the smooth part of a Smartie. That's what it feels like. It's awful.
Oh, so then you're just tonguing yourself all day. You're
I'm just tonguing
you're
myself.
tonguing that's the worst. Actually, that's the worst thing about getting anything done to your teeth is whatever is left over, because you're just tonguing the shit out of it the whole entire day. They're like, hey, don't mess with it, and you can't though. You're like the whole entire day. You're just, because that's what happened whenever I got my my wisdom teeth taken out.
You're just tonguing the shit out.
Like,
of
yeah. I mean,
mouth.
after they got healed up, of course, but like, there's so much room back there that I'm just like, I'm feeling around, tonguing the shit out of it.
I just can't stop tonguing.
Yeah, exactly. I just can't get enough of tonguing. It's just a tongue in my mouth. What I was gonna say, 2 things. One was, I mean, the only thing, like I said, the only thing I've had done was that I had my wisdom teeth taken out, and even then I was so coked up that, like, I mean, obviously, like, you're just asleep the whole entire time, and I just woke up afterwards and I was like, oh, my mouth hurts. and that was really about it. But it did, how my brain works, it did make me think of this really weird dream that I had. First off,
Okay.
but I cannot forget this. I was gonna say, I'm requesting that we start a poll, and even though we don't have like a lot of people that usually like go on these polls, I want to know something.
Okay. Listen, if it's something that's safe for work, I could even bring this to the people I work with too.
Oh, it's safe for work. It's
Okay.
safe for work. That's how many times you brush your teeth a day.
Okay.
Because we've had this conversation multiple times, and I feel like I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Now that we have a program where we can fully explain ourselves and fully explain just how good our technique is, I think we need to, because without interruption as well, I should say. And it's not really going to be that much, but both of us only brush our teeth once a day.
Correct.
Most males once a day for whatever reason. We just ain't got the time for it. The second brush, disgusting.
Or it's just like we do it like right when we wake up, and then by the time we get home, it's just
Not worth it.
we're not thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly. I got a million hours. I got to think about what time I'm climbing the bed. You know what I mean?
Well, like once you get tired, like even I don't care. Like I want to hear I want to hear someone be like, well, you just do it like right after dinner or something. But like the taste is still in your mouth of like, imagine eating a nice juicy steak.
Yeah.
And then you think, all right, I don't want to forget, so I'm going to go brush my teeth with mint.
Yeah.
That's just like, that's like, I mean, that's like brushing your teeth and then immediately drinking coffee.
Yeah, no. That drives me insane. I like, if I do that, that's the only time I will brush my teeth twice in a day, is if I drink coffee for whatever reason right after brushing my teeth, because I'm just like, this was worthless.
It's the same exact thing as whenever you take
Poop
a
after
shower
yeah.
and then you get out and then you take a poop and then
Yeah.
you're like, well, I might as well just either get back in the shower or just go to bed
Yeah,
because
all
I
that,
really fucked up.
Yeah, all that is now gone, like, because I just shit out my mud flaps. Yeah, like, yeah, exactly. No, I completely get it.
I asked, I don't know if I'd be able to figure, or I don't know if I could see like the results of this, but a few years ago I put a poll on my Instagram of if you drink coffee or if you brush your teeth before or after you drink coffee. And for me, I just like, I think part of me is like, so there's sometimes that I don't brush my teeth until like noon, but I don't go anywhere until like this is the most interaction that I get all week. Like, not necessarily. It's not like, but if I work Monday through Friday, the chances of me going out are either I'm getting food or I'm coming here. And anytime that I'm going somewhere, I make sure that I'm brushing my teeth. I mean, I brush my teeth every day, but if it's like even later, like I brush my teeth every single day, it just might not be until like 4:00.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And it's like, if it's noon, then I think, well, I'm about to eat lunch, so why don't I just eat lunch first? And then it gets to be like, well, I'm about to eat dinner, so why don't I eat dinner first? It's and for the most part, I think brushing your teeth is usually just to make that's like the breath smell go away.
Which, have you ever realized whenever like you haven't brushed your teeth during the whole entire day, no one notices?
It depends. I've known some people with some bad fucking
But
breath.
that's just it. Like whenever I haven't brushed my teeth and like for the majority of the day, like I usually don't get like a. And my roommate's pretty good about calling me out. Like, damn, you got some stinky breath. Like, never.
I don't know if I've ever, because like even if you have bad breath, you notice it. Like it's very seldom that someone has to call it out for you. The only time I've been
you get called out one time on it, and you're like, I'm dead inside because of this. This person just called me out on it.
But if someone else could smell it, more than likely you could smell it too. The only time I've been called out for it is whenever I've drank coffee afterwards, and that was it. and it just enhances it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. Yeah, because then you got that hot, like, stanky teacher breath. I mean, like, this is how you do this problem, and you're like, oh, God, you're like, at first I can't even understand the problem, and now you're breathing your hot, disgusting coffee breath on me. Yeah, it doesn't work.
So is it a question for us that's going to be asking people? Are we asking if you brush your teeth once or twice a day, and if it's once, is it morning or night? Or should it just be once or twice a day?
I think it should just be once or twice a day. And we didn't even get to actually like go fully into it because, like I said, we
were interrupting ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Which happened when we were first.
Yes. Yeah. But we both do that once a day, and neither of us have had a cavity. Mm-hmm. Which, like, one person having it happen, you're like, okay, like, the guy got lucky. Two people, though, however, I think we're onto something.
Yeah.
I think we're onto something. And to top it off even more, everybody that we know that has brushed their teeth more than once a day have riddled with cavities. Not riddled, not everybody, but a majority of them like, yeah, I got a cavity.
At least once.
Yeah.
At least one, maybe every 2 years or something.
Yeah, and then they're just like, I mean, I brush my teeth like twice or sometimes even 3 times a day. And I'm like, you don't say.
And we both, you haven't gone to the dentist in many years at this point.
I probably haven't been in 3 years.
Yeah, and I went to the dentist a month ago at this point, and it had been 5 years. And I mean, even then, like the most that they said was like, "Oh, hey, you're grinding your teeth, and we think you should get a mouth guard because it's creating cavities. Like it's not the brushing, it's that, and also we think you have sleep apnea."
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, but that like even after 5 years, like I have great teeth, and like the dental assistant or the dental hygienist, whatever you want to call it, she even said that, like, I don't care if you brush your teeth once a day, but she did say it's probably better to do it at night.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
But
what would she know?
But it's the same thing as like showering. Do you shower once or twice a day?
I shower once. Once, sometimes twice, but usually once. And I usually shower.
Do you shower twice a day if you shower in the morning and then you work out later and then you shower afterwards?
I would say, yeah.
See, that's like you're sweating. Like you wake up. Great way to just wake yourself up is taking a shower. Yeah. Also, we have beards, so like most of the time it's like stuffed up like this, or it's like to the side or whatever.
Yes. And that's I do it for both of those reasons.
Yeah. And I mean, like, there's no reason. I get the conversation of like, well, there's nothing better than going to bed in like clean sheets, and then like if you don't take a shower before you go to bed, then you're dirtying up your sheets. Well, you got to clean your sheets anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Like you're either going to spend more money on taking more shower, like. If you want to put a price point on it, like you're showering more, so that's like extra water, or you're using water to clean your sheets more. Yeah, like it's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
It's also like
it's a never-ending battle.
There's so much shit. So it's like the brush your teeth twice, like morning, night, shower, morning, night. At this point, I start to understand why people shower and brush their teeth at the same time, because then it's just like there's so much work that
Andy, you can't even bring that up, because anytime I've even mentioned that I've done that, I get so ridiculed by it.
So when you brush your teeth, you don't have to be standing in front of the mirror. No, because
why?
You know where your teeth are.
Yeah, I'll literally walk around the apartment when I brush my teeth.
That's what I do too. That's why I always get 2 minutes in. I just walk around and I'm brushing my teeth. Like, I don't just suddenly stab myself in the uvula because I don't know where my teeth are.
Yeah. Yeah. And guess what? I'm still hitting front, back, like inside. Like I'm hitting all the points of the teeth.
Yeah, I'm
making
even finding the G spot.
I'm tonguing the shit out of my brush, okay? I'm tonguing the shit out of that brush that's in my mouth, okay? Making me gag, okay? Like I'm tonguing it, okay, for sure. And I just, no goddamn cavities. And even when I was, and for the people who are probably thinking right now, they probably don't have any cavities because they haven't gone to the dentist. Even when I was going to the dentist every single year, they were like, you got great teeth. Mm-hmm. And I've only ever brushed my teeth once a day.
And I understand, like, some people are going to say, well, that's just good genetics. Like, well, I'm pretty sure my dad had, like, a lot of cavities whenever he would go to the dentist.
Yeah. I mean,
so, like,
yeah, my dad
and my mom, I think, same way. So,
see, my dad was in an interesting boat because my dad had to take a ridiculous amount of medication because he had like seizures and whatnot. So like he like throughout his whole entire life. And so like he has always taken like took like an absurd amount of medicine. I mean, it was crazy. And like his teeth were like, which I mean, like for the people who like knew him, I don't even think like you really noticed. Like I didn't pay attention, but like his teeth were almost gray from the amount of like medicine and just gunk that he would have on him.
Gray is still better than yellow.
I mean, I guess, but like it was just it was very discolored and like, but like whenever he'd go to the dentist, they're like, you're fine. You got great teeth actually. Like they're strong, healthy teeth. They're just discolored. So it was wild. But I think he did have like a couple like fillings. Like I know my mom, like she's got a couple crowns, fillings. My brother's teeth are jack shit. Like he's literally said multiple times like I can't wait to lose all my teeth just so I can get like new ones just put in.
You know, I was thinking that while I was getting the the fillings. I was like, fuck it, just take them out right now and just give me dentures because that might be better.
I've said so many times to my roommate that I was like, I'll do dentures. It doesn't matter to me. I'll do it.
But like, and is she upset over that? Has she said like, no, you can't get dentures?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you don't want dentures right now. And I make the joke of like, I don't want dentures right now. Or I whatever it is. But like, if it gets to the point where I start losing my teeth, then like, yeah, I mean, how am I supposed to eat?
My brother knew a guy. Oh, fuck. This wine. It's still doing it to me.
You gotta finish it. You gotta finish it before
I'm
the
about
end
to
of the
knock
episode.
it. I'm about to knock it back. My brother one time worked with a guy who bit into a banana and lost a tooth. No joke. Literally bit into a banana. He was like, "What the fuck?" and then pulled it out and was like, "They lost a tooth." And then that was it.
When you lose teeth as a kid, you never lose like the full tooth. It's just like the top part. Like what about like like you look at if you look at a fire hydrant and you see like this little thing that's sticking out of the ground, but then there's like the whole like extra shit that's underneath. It's like the Easter Island heads. Like you see this little fucker, but then it's got a body, legs, and arms. What about the teeth's arms and legs? like the root or whatever. Why doesn't that come out? Because like you're growing a new tooth. Like if like baby teeth, when you lose those baby teeth, you'd think that you'd just lose the whole tooth.
I mean, I think there's not a root in there, Andy, because there's already a tooth behind it, and that tooth has a root. Are you serious? Are you really just as I was like even just describing it? I could see the gears turning. You're like, oh my god, I just went on this whole tangent about a fucking tooth that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because it's just like it's a little fucking cap.
What do they call those, Andy? What do they call those?
Crown?
No. Whenever you lose your teeth, what do they say? Oh my God, he's losing his blank teeth.
Baby teeth. Yeah.
That's why they're a little cap, Andy.
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
why
like-
they're nothing. Because that's all they are. They're just shitty little grub-eating teeth that you get whenever you're a little yapper.
A hot dog?
Yeah, damn it! I forgot that that's what those were. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, not a yapper, but a yipper.
A little shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like no, that's why.
Do you think it's weird that we lose our teeth?
I mean, not really. I mean, if anything, I want to be like a snake and shed my skin. You know, wouldn't
Well-
that be rad? If we just saw, actually, I take it back. Knowing because we live in a city, we would see so many fucking dead skin shavings all over the like.
It would be like, it'd be like an apocalypse.
It really would. Really would.
You'd have to.
Planes would be taken down with the amount of like flapping skin everywhere
Mhm.
because they'd just
They'd
be
just
tough.
be flying all
Yeah,
over the place.
exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be disgusting.
I mean, I think if you like scrub your body whenever you really just went for it.
Look at that. It didn't even shudder.
Yeah. I was waiting for it.
No, I'm good. When I knock it back like that, I don't even shudder.
If you like scrub your body whenever you're in the shower, like with a washcloth or something,
Mm-hmm.
then like I mean you're kind of shedding your skin. Do you ever think
I guess
about
so.
like I don't know about you, but I have a lot of hair on my body. And do you ever think about how the skin has to like molt around your hair?
I guess can you explain molting around your hair?
So I got a lot of hair on my arms.
Okay, Andy's now rolling up his sleeve and showing hair.
I feel like it would be really hard for my skin to just come off without taking the hair with it.
Okay.
And even like I guess like when I get like a sunburn and I start to peel here, it's like peeling like obviously the hairs aren't like they're in my skin, but they're not like attached to that layer, like they're deeper in.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel it's weird. Like, don't you think that if you molted your skin, you would just have like tiny little fucking holes where the
I mean, you do have tiny holes on your arm, Andy.
yeah, right. But like when like if you molted, if you just didn't have a layer of skin, like you're saying, you're a snake.
Okay.
Like for people that are absolute fucking bears, they just have hair covering their body. How would they even molt?
Okay, Andy.
How would they even get it off? It would be like oh, I'm certain like there this one little section of my rib cage where I can see like my body. I'm I gotta start ripping. So they just rip from here and then it doesn't even make sense because there's just hair covering the rest of their body.
Okay.
Could you imagine your penis molting?
I'm
Would it get
interested.
bigger?
Oh, it absolutely get bigger. I hope it does. Okay. Okay. So
We
gotta
started this conversation with teeth.
Yeah, I know. And now we're here. And we're gonna stay here because I want to ask you a question because I'm going back to this hair molting question you had. Let me ask you a question. If you saw a beautiful tree and you said, "Man, that's really good. I want to put like a garden around it." And you took the grass around the tree out of there, would you expect the tree to fall over?
No, but you're not going underneath of the tree.
So what happens when your skin is getting peeled away, Andy?
I'm not saying that I'm expecting the hair to come out too.
Then what are you saying?
I'm saying don't you think it'd be weird if you saw like a whole entire carcass of skin and you just saw like little tiny fucking pin tiptoes
Talking about
like little like toothpick holes all over their body because that's where the hair is.
Well, no, it's under like multiple layers,
Right,
though.
but I'm saying that like each strand of hair
Yeah.
comes out of your fucking arm.
Yeah, but if you remove all your skin, then all you're left with is tendons, and you're not gonna have.
But I'm
any
not saying
hair
I'm saying
follicles on your
just like,
tendons.
Just like again, you burn yourself. Like you get like you go outside, sunburn, and you peel it off.
Yeah.
If you peel off enough of it, you might see some like fucking dots.
I think if you really look hard enough, you'll find those fucking dots already there, Andy.
The only reason I can find those dots is because of my hair.
Why don't you go ahead and shave your hair then, and guess what you'll find, Andy?
Well, because they're gonna grow back.
Yeah, but you'll see all the other ones you can't see because they're fucking overgrown and combed over the other ones.
Do you ever, when you're in the shower, do you ever just like part your hair the opposite way?
What do you mean? Like on your head?
No. Like
you mean on your butt?
Like yeah, on your butt. I have so much hair on my ass that I have to braid it and to move it over. Yeah.
Do women run into the problem where their hair like falls into their butt crack?
I think so.
Okay, because that's annoying. That's
like,
annoying.
Are you saying like your own hair falls?
Yeah, because like I have long hair.
I think it's often that like my roommate's hair is in my butt crack.
Well, like whenever I'm taking like a shower, and I'm like doing that, like my hair just falls right onto my dumper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Right into my dumpy.
Yeah.
and it's so annoying because I'm like, why is that hair? Like,
well, and then you pull it out and it feels so satisfying.
I don't know, say satisfying. I would say like I feel violated.
It feels like a release.
It's not that much of a release. How much hair buildup you got?
Well, like if it's deep in there, you just keep pulling. You're like,
God.
oh my god, what's going on? And then it comes out, and you're like, whew, man.
I don't want to talk about layers anymore. Here, okay. It's like, oh god, my head hurts from talking about layers.
I think if, like, for women, I mean, they have to have conversations like this, like with their friends, with their close friends. You'd think.
I imagine.
So, like, why is it that like when we start to live with one and domesticate one, we
domesticate one? It's like they're like a cat living outside. If anything, we're the cats that live outside that we have to be domesticated.
I mean, we're domesticating them; they're domesticating us.
I'd say they're doing a much more heavy lifting job. I know for me, for sure.
But I mean, I'm an animal, but like, why are they not animal?
I don't know. I think that's. I don't know. I mean, people say that girls, they mature much faster than guys. What the fuck? Why is my watch going off?
Apparently your heart rate is at a 79.
That's because we've been talking about these goddamn layers. But like, I don't know. I think it's just because they like, I don't know. They matured much faster than guys. So like they just had more years of being not animals. Because there are still times I like talk like caveman to my roommate. Like the one day she asked me, because I was cleaning up after we ate breakfast one day, and she just really was asking me, hey, do you know how to clean out this waffle maker? And in my brain, I took that as, does she really not fucking think I know how to wipe something out? And so then I just look at her, I go, me Isaac, not wipe one hot, like hot, no, do not wipe, no. It's like me Isaac. And then she just goes, I fucking hate you, I hate you so much. And then maybe it was even I might have even done it the one day whenever she asked me if I knew how to clean out the cast iron skillet, and she was like, do you know how to clean this out? I was like, Isaac, take wipe and wipe. And she was just like, Thanks. I was asking you a genuine question. I was like, Isaac, do good. And she was like, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. But I think you guys are just animals.
But I just find it hard to believe. I think that if women aren't talking like the way that we do, then there's something wrong.
I mean, I think I agree with that.
I mean, we're just trying to express ourselves. We're just trying to. Does a woman just fucking have these thoughts and they just like, no, that's fucking stupid. Why would I say that? Like, why would I talk about my skin molting off?
I think there is something we're missing here. They have a filter. Guys tend not to have that filter.
See,
also, how long have we been going on this? Before we get too deep in the weeds of another topic.
I think we can probably end it any time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we can save this for another episode of this deep weeded topic.
Maybe we can have this conversation. Maybe this could be an episode when we bring our roommates in.
That would be incredible.
That would be great.
You know what we could do?
We need a bigger table.
No. What we could do, if they don't want to, I mean, obviously, the people could obviously look and see what they look like at this point. But if they didn't want to be on camera, we have a desk in here that does have a mic hooked up. It's not as good, but we do have mics that we could bring in, and we could have either one or both of our roommates talk if they wanted to.
Yeah, I think it's an idea.
Oh, it's an idea.
We'd be sitting like this, which I think wouldn't be bad.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd have to take your mic over a little bit, and
that's true.
Yeah.
But that makes it even more relaxed.
Yeah, but I think we could do this. That's of course if they're up for it.
I mean, it's just their voice. I think even if we just say like, you don't even have to be on camera. You can just be off in the corner.
The plot thickens. I like this idea.
I do too.
I like this idea, and we also need to figure out too, a time frame of when I can tell my story. Because I know last time we talked about it that we wanted to try to get it close to like almost a year or so. Or
yeah. I was just thinking. I was thinking about bringing it up. I realized like halfway through the episode that I was like, oh, we could have spoke about. What is it? We could have talked about that.
I think we could have molted about it. Yeah.
This wine might be
doing something to you.
We also need to do the drunk episode.
Here we go.
Do you think when we get to the point where weed is legalized, like officially legalized,
we do a high episode?
Yeah, we do a high episode.
We could probably do a high episode for sure. It's legal.
I think it's... Imagine if we just had, like, on video us lighting up. And then set it down. Like, all right, this might kick in right now, or it might kick in a
I think they would easily be able to tell whenever it get kicked in, because I'm sure we both would just slowly slouch and it get much quieter in the microphone. Yeah.
I think the problem with me in that situation is just like I kind of refuse to talk because I become very aware of my voice, and I start to think that it sounds worse than it actually is. It's the same whenever I'm drunk too, but not as bad. Like when I'm drunk, I will talk. I think I am a talker. I talk a lot.
Yeah.
But
Sounds
I think
like we just need to give it a shot and try.
I think so. But I think we should do the drunk episode first.
For sure. We've talked about doing it long enough that we probably should do it.
Yeah. And we also need to figure out the drunk history that we want to do. Because I think...
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I think we could probably knock those out like at the same time. Because like otherwise we'd just get hammered. I mean, just get hammered a lot, which is fine. We can do that.
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I'm just saying I'm for this idea. I'm pro get hammered. Which We might have to do it
Yeah.
on some red wine.
That's fine. Maybe not red wine.
That's all we got. So, sounds like beer run.
Mm-hmm.
We can do that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's been this episode. Can you tell that we had no idea what we were going to talk about at the beginning?
Oh my God,
because
absolutely nothing.
we had no idea what we were going to talk about. We talked about teeth. So that's what we got. Hopefully we can have some survey results of the
Oh, yes.
brushing the teeth
Already forgot about
once
it.
or twice.
Yeah.
I figured you did.
You know,
Kind of
absolutely.
surprised that you remembered anything. That is a dig.
It's hard.
But we'll catch you in the next episode.
Absolutely. That's stupidity, baby.